Hey guys, how's everybody doing? I hope you guys had a great weekend. Had a chance to get out and enjoy the weather. I mean, it is springtime. We did have a little rain here and there, but I hope everybody had a chance just to get out, breathe the spring air, and just have a good time. Just enjoy yourself, okay? All right, God, it is so much that's been going on this last week and a half, 2 weeks. A lot. But first of all, I want to go ahead and send shout outs to my son and my granddaughter. They both have birthdays this week. One is on Tuesday and the other one is on Wednesday. So happy birthday to you guys. Love you, love you, love you. Okay. Let's see. Prince Philip died about a week and a half ago now. And he was 99 years old. Him and Queen Elizabeth had been married for like 76, 77 years. He had been sick for probably, maybe for the last 3 to 4 weeks, he'd been sick. So he did pass away. So my condolences to the Queen and her family on her husband passing, Prince Philip and stuff. What else going on? Oh my God, shootings. We are once again gonna have a conversation about a shooting that I'm gonna talk about today that went on, but there was a couple of shootings that went on last week. There was an incident with the soldier and being pulled over. It's just a lot that's been going on. I don't know if it's because it's getting warm or what, but we're gonna talk today about the shooting that happened in Minnesota to the young man that lost his life, okay? I know you guys done seen it. I know you done watched the videos. It's just been all over the news and everything. It's happened like a week ago, Sunday, a week ago or so. The young man that lost his life, his name was Daunte Wright. He was 20 years old, and apparently he was pulled over by the cops for expired license plates. Okay, so they pulled him over for the expired license plates and asked him to get out the car. He gets out the car, and I guess one of the officers got his license and went back to run his license to see did he have anything on him. So at this time, you know, he's standing there, and they got out. They already got him his hands behind his back. He's standing there. There's like 2 cops. He got his hands behind his back. And a cop walks up, you can see on the video, and, you know, say, hey, he has a warrant out on him. Once they said he had this warrant, a scuffle took place. They're scuffling, and he's trying to get back into his vehicle. It's just crazy because you already got him out. You got him facing the car, his face facing the car, and you have his hands behind his back. How was he even able to get away or even get in a position to have this struggle with you all? Okay, but it happened. That's what happened. And during the struggle, he managed to get back into his vehicle. And as he get back in his vehicle, they're still trying to pull him out and get him out the vehicle. And you could hear on the video, the cop saying, she said taser like 3 times. As she's saying that, you know, she's gonna tase him. She said it like 3 times. And then all of a sudden you hear her say, oh shit. I mean, she actually said, oh shit, I've shot him. So, you know, after she said accidentally shot him, and he drives off. He managed to drive off, but then he hits another car and has an accident. By the time they catch up with him, of course, he dies at the scene. They said they're trying to perform medical attention and everything, but, you know, he dies at the scene, okay? I'm watching this video, and, you know, the cop, let me see, what's her name? Because first they wasn't even releasing her name. They wasn't even saying who she was. You know, they wasn't saying the cop's name. And then I think later on they did identify her as Kim Porter, a 26-year-old veteran. Now, she's only 26, but they're referring to her as a veteran of the police department, the Brooklyn Center Police Force. And she was reportedly the president of the Brooklyn Center Police Officers Association. You know, and they say in her position in the police union, she represented other officers who had shot and killed residents of Minnesota. Okay, all that's about her. Okay, so, you know, she's saying that it was an accident, that during the struggling and everything, that she thought she had pulled out her taser to tase him, you know, not to shoot him. I don't know, I just got a couple of questions about that, because as you're looking at this video and everything, there's like 2 cops that was holding him before the struggle got started. There was 2 cops on each side of him, and one of them had his hands behind his back. So as she approached back into the scene, and you know, the struggle starts when he, you know, gets back into his vehicle. And I don't know, and hey, this is just me looking at the video, in my opinion. How could you not know the difference between a taser and a gun? A gun is heavy, especially the guns that the police officer carry. And I know they are in different types of holsters on their belt, you know, they're in different parts of the holster. So I don't know, I guess with all this, everything that was going on and everything, she just said she thought she was tasing him instead of shooting. But if the way she's saying she was tasing him, then the gun would have went off more than one time, because the way she hollering taser, 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 then she would have been tasing him more than once. But the gun only went off once, and she shot him one time in the chest. Okay, but I was just looking at that video, and I was just really confused, because I'm like, you know, I know in the heat of the moment when things is going on, and police are in different situations, and they're struggling with whoever the person is or whatever, then, you know, when they're reaching for their gun or their taser or whatever, you automatically know which to pull out, what you're pulling out. And then I just go back to, like I said, the difference in the feel and the holding up of a gun and a taser. You can feel the difference. You can tell which one you got. I'm not trying to be her judge and jury or anything like that. It just seems like, you know, listening to this video and watching this video, that from looking at it from the outside, she should have known which weapon she had chose, which weapon she had taken out of her holster to use it, you know, on this young man. You know, this young man lost his life, and I'm not saying that what she did is gonna end up being justified, because she's saying this clearly was an accident or a mistake. But you know, when you're looking at it, and of course when they're doing their investigation, and by them seeing, you know, from her reaction and the way she was, you know, what she was saying, the outcome may come out in her favor. You know, it's sad. It's another sad situation. This young man lost his life all because he had a expired tag and had a misdemeanor warrant out on him. You know, it wasn't even something serious. I mean, anytime you got a warrant out on you, can have a warrant out on you for not showing up for court. You know, it is what it is. But, you know, the bottom line, this young man, you know, lost his life. And it wasn't but, you know, a few blocks down from the George Foreman where he got killed. I mean, George Floyd. I don't know why I want to say Foreman. George Floyd lost his life at, and then they got the trial still going on from that. And so it's already enough stuff going on up there in Minnesota, you know, with all that going on. And then for this to happen, it's just crazy. And they were saying that his mother, Daunte Wright's mother, you know, spoke, and she was saying, you know, telling the people not to destroy the city, you know, let the justice system do what it do. You know, and you know, Daunte Wright, there was a passenger in there. His girlfriend was in the car with him when all this went down. It's just crazy. It's just crazy, because, I mean, I just, like I said, so many unanswered questions, because I just don't understand how they managed to let him get away from them when they already had him he had gotten out of the car peacefully like they asked. He's standing there with his hands behind his back, and 2 cops is right there beside him, right there with him. And once this cop come back and says he has a warrant, how did they allow him to even get into that part, or get as far as being in a struggle with them to get back in his vehicle. I don't know. That's just crazy. But, you know, like I say, his mother did speak, and she said that he had called her during the traffic stop, and he was saying that the police had pulled him over because he had an air freshener in his car. So she called, you know, she was talking to him just, you know, right when they pulled him over. And, you know, she was just saying that, telling the crowd to, you know, not to gather, be tearing up stuff or violent or all this kind of stuff. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's just crazy because, like I said, when we are looking at these videos and we're seeing these videos on the outside and watching them and, you know, listening to the policeman's part of it and their explanation, it just don't seem like, you know, incidents like this should even get that far. This should never even gotten as far as her even, you know, them even having to tase him or anything, because they already had him pretty much in custody. They already had him. So it should have never got to the point where he lost his life. This young man lost his life. And, you know, it's just tragedy. It's just terrible situation. And, you know, there's going to be people, you know, with their opinion on both sides of it, you know, saying what they saying. They're going to see things differently, because anytime you watch something, everybody sees it from a different point of view. You know, I don't know. It's like if she was such a, you know, she's a veteran. They want to keep emphasizing that this is a veteran cop. She's a veteran cop. So it seemed like being a veteran cop, you would have known the difference when you pulled that weapon out of your holster. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying it seemed like she should have felt the difference in the weight of a taser and a gun. She should have, you know, felt that difference in that, you know. And it seemed like all three of them was off in the car trying to get him out. I mean, did it really take all of them off in there trying to get this young man out of the car? And even after they shot him, he still managed to drive away. You know, all that struggling and all that they was going through, after all that, and once she hollered, oh shit, I shot him, I guess they backed up, and then he managed to get away. So, you know, all that went down and he lost his life, and they still was not able, or did not arrest him. And that was the intent, for them to arrest him, because he had a warrant out on him. It's just crazy. You know, it's crazy. You know, once again, this is a trial. This is something we're going to wait to go to trial and listen to them bring out all the other facts and everything else that they gonna put out there. They'll get the other side's story from the other cops that was there and all that. And, you know, none of that's gonna change the fact that this young man lost his life, all because of a expired license plate and a misdemeanor warrant out on him. It's just sad. Lord, it's just so much that goes wrong in so many situations. It always seems to go to the left and someone ends up losing their life. And it's not gonna change anything. You know, this mom has got to be prepared, has already prepared to bury her son. She maybe didn't already did that. You know, the family is gonna have to deal with this and everything. And even this cop that shot him, this is something she's gonna have to deal with and live with for the rest of her life. So it's a sad situation, you know. My condolence goes out to the Wright family and everything. And I just pray that this world will one day come to a place where we won't be having to have these conversations, okay? All right, I'm about to get up out of here. You guys have a great day. Don't forget to wear your mask if you're out and about, and just enjoy the spring weather. Have a great time. Go back, give me some love. Hit that subscribe button, share my video with all your family and friends. I'm gonna catch you guys next time around.